All right, so we have our favorite person to talk about on this channel, Drake and DJ Akademiks. There apparently has been some new controversy that has spawned in the last couple of days, and this one more involved DJ Akademiks than Drake, but obviously it is centered around Drake and really it's centered around Stefon Diggs, and we will talk about that in a moment here. But just to provide some context. And shout out to this person, Cloud King, for basically making this easy to find all of the news they went through. Yeah, I swear, like everybody's an amateur journalist, but a lot of times they end up helping. So shout out to Twitter, man. Shout out to Twitter and the investigators who like want the people to get the news, man. So to start off, with the TLDR, and then we'll get into the specifics. There was this person who allegedly got beat up by Stefon Diggs goons. And this person who got beat up was reaching out to Drake to get apparently Drake to handle it in some form of fashion, and Drake didn't want to. So this dude Blake Griffin, Griffith, sorry, I just want to say Griffin because it's Blake Griffin. Blake Griffith went to the internet, because that's what they always do. They go to the internet and start showing screenshots of this conversation between Chris and Drake. And Drake responded back, not directly, but he responded through DJ Akademiks, because that's his mouthpiece, the number one glazer. He told DJ Akademiks that the DMs were fake, and DJ Akademiks said source the boy. So we already know who the boy is. So that's a TLDR, but let's get into the details on what's going on, because this DJ Akademiks and Drake were allegedly exposed to being liars about the DM. So that's what everybody is talking about. So as this person Cloud King talked about, he said on May 29th, 2023, so we're already almost 2 years since this alleged incident happened. Blake Griffith, this person is a clothing designer. He was attacked and robbed by Stefon Diggs' brother and 2 friends. Now let's get into Stefon Diggs for a minute. Stefon Diggs, all of 2024, has been low-key in some conversations that I feel like he shouldn't be. All my time of knowing Stefon Diggs, from the Vikings, the Bills, and now the Houston Texans, has always just been a good football player who had never got a lineup for some odd reason. I don't know why this man never got a lineup. Sorry, Stefon, but I swear, bro, yo hairline, I don't know what be going on, bro. Yo, you need to. I'll give you my barber, bro. Like we need to get a lineup or something. But anyways, regardless of that, Stefon Diggs has always just been a football player to me. Like you didn't hear anything going on with him on or off the field. Like he's been chilling for the most part. But 2024, I've heard one from multiple people, including DJ Akademiks and Joe Budden, have called this man a sniper. Now, if you don't know what a sniper is, I ain't talking about Call of Duty here. I ain't talking about with the 50 cal. We ain't talking about getting headshots from 30 meters away. We're talking about the sniper when it comes to women and bagging them and doing your duty. So apparently low key, which is now high key, Stefon Diggs is a sniper. He said he be knocking them down. So that's number one. That's what I've heard from 2 different people this year. Another thing that I've heard, which again is alleged, we don't know if it's true, but when the whole Cardi B and Offset stuff was going on, when Offset allegedly called Cardi B cheating, said, he read some text messages and Cardi B was allegedly texting Stefon Diggs. Now, DJ Akademiks also reported on this, and that's how we got to the, Stefon Diggs, the sniper. So that's another thing. That's number 2, what allegedly has been going on. And now this, we're in 2025, but this incident happened in 2023. So Stefon Diggs, you're sending your goons to beat up on people? Like, it's really like that? So what was going on? Let's keep reading here. So Stefon Diggs apparently tried to make a zesty move on Chris. Now, Chris is a male. I don't know what Chris's sexual orientation is, but as far as we know, Stefon Diggs' sexual orientation is heterosexual. Now, whatever else that he is or whatever he's into, again, it's his business. But I'm just reading what's going on here. So if this is some new news, I didn't know. But Stefon Diggs apparently tried to make a zesty move on Chris. This is how Cloud King is framing it, and he turned him down. Let's read more. So Stefon Diggs sent his brother and his friends to take him out. Okay, so that's the first part. So again, following the timeline, this happened May 29th, 2023. Let's go on. But luckily, Chris escaped. The perpetrators got arrested and eventually had to do some community service. So again, I missed this. I don't know if y'all heard about this happening, but 2023, I definitely missed this happening. So I don't know if this footage is new or old, but we're gonna go ahead and watch it real quick because here is the evidence of this happening. Actually, there's no audio in here, so we can still play the music. So this is Chris. He's in the elevator. This dude pulls up on him. He tried to close the elevator door. Then the Reds pulled up, and then the two other guys beat him up, dragged him, then kicked him in the face, dragged him out the elevator, and this is the other angle here. So I was like, dang, well, they caught y'all in 4K. There's no denying that. Oh man, my bad. Right back in the elevator. He said, oh, nope. So yeah, you don't do any of this unless you are trying to get rid of this, accusation that he's making a move on you. So like I said, I don't know what happened here, but that's where we at. So apparently Stefon Diggs sent these dudes to beat Chris up. So moving on, it says enter Drake. So that this dude Chris Blake Griffith has designed clothing for Drake for his OVO brand. And they have some history. So Drake has some evidence of some sort that will help Chris further his legal battle against Stefon Diggs. So Chris asked Drake for help, but Drake declined. Now you see here, this is the clothing that Chris has designed. Under Armour and Gervonta Davis, the boxer, for OVO. So that's that. Okay. So to continue on, so it says the connection between the two got heated, and Drake apparently called him a rat. So he called Chris a rat, which prompted Chris to link some DMs on his IG between him and Drake. The shocker on the DM was within the message. Drake is insinuating that LeBron might have cheated on his wife Savannah. So this is connecting. We've heard these rumors in the past. We've heard these rumors for a very long time regarding LeBron and allegedly cheating. Because now another one has come back up involving Yes Jules again. So I'm just like, bro, this dude LeBron cannot win for losing. Please leave that man alone. But anyway, so this also brings credence to what we talked about last time, that Fighting Irish freestyle, and there were some bars in there that were alluding to Drake knowing about LeBron allegedly cheating, and like, you don't want that to come to light. But some people are also saying that might have been about J. Cole. So again, we'll never know unless Drake says out of his mouth that these bars were about so and so. But I've heard both of those rumors. Okay, so to read these DMs, so Chris says, "Damn gang, follow me from college days playing View." Actually, we don't need to read all that. He's just saying he's a super fan. But the context here is Drake unfollowed Chris. Okay, so continue on. Slide 2. Again, he just glazing. Hey, I did this, and this. But this is important here. He said, "From always offering tickets to all the OVO guys for every fight that I pay out of pocket because Gervonta would say they got the money, to then having Preem pissing me for requesting a pair of signed gloves and not getting them, despite me sending my own money on gloves for Preem, plus your whole team that Gervonta refused to sign unless I asked you to send a pic of the signed shorts I have framed and gifted to you for your B-Day. He thought/thinks you disposed of them. Even when I flew from B-More to LA and dropped the shorts off to you, my personal team at GTD said I was dick riding when I was merely showing love, as I paid for the framing, my flights, and lodging out of my own pocket because G was against it." He said, "I'm not your op, champ. You hurt a fan today, broski. God bless. Hope your best days are ahead. Forever grateful." He said, "I have a question." What up, Trey? What up? So to continue on, so Drake finally responded. Why did Drake have evidence? It apparently wasn't Drake that had the evidence, though. It was this guy Chris. It was this guy Chris, or at least in this conversation. So to continue on, so Drake finally responds. He said, "You asked me to post a tape about you ratting on people." Oh, he said no of the attack. I don't know. I don't know about that part. The part that's in here, at least in this thread, was from TMZ. So again, I don't know who leaked it or not. But if I had to guess, if Drake also had evidence of this, it would be for situations like this to blackmail. Usually, when you collect evidence like this, is to blackmail or extort somebody. I mean, why else would you have it? There's literally no other reason. It's like, all right, I got the files, I got the receipts. In case you want to act up, I'm gonna drop the bomb. So that's just my best personal guess. That's usually how these things go. So again, to continue on. So Drake said, "You asked me to post a tape about you ratting on people. Gee, I just don't really come from a family or friend group or a city where that's acceptable. I live by a code that's become law." So once again, Drake is talking about this street shit. I'm just like, Drake, like, what are you actually tied into now? Because you have changed your entire demeanor. You have changed your entire image. Are you really about these mob ties? Or are you really about this sick stuff? Like, what are we truly doing? But this is Drake's words, whatever. So to continue on, he says, "We all just got to deal with our own shit off of here. Not telling you to be no super gangster or tell you what to do, but it made me feel super weird. You would think I would be into supporting that type of shit." And then Chris said, "A nigga tried me on some gay shit while I was designing his collection and styling him." He's talking about Stefon Diggs. "I didn't go. And then he sent two niggas to off me at my crib to suppress his secret." So just like I said before, the only reason why you were saying goons to beat up on somebody if you allegedly was hitting on him or somebody would be to get him out the paint, whether that's beat him up and teach him a lesson, or unalive them, which I hope that wasn't the actual intention. So this is where we at. He said, "That's not ratting, champ. I survived it," which is not. Like, why would this be ratting? Like, if I got beat up, if some goons got sent to beat me up for whatever reason, this ain't ratting, bro. Like, I don't care about that street stuff. It's dumb. Like that no snitching stuff. Like, we gotta get away from that. I'm tired of that stuff, bro. I am tired of that stuff. I am a civilian. Yeah, hell yeah. This dude is a civilian. He doesn't live by street code. And you have to understand that if you are a street nigga and you talking to somebody who is a civilian, they don't live by those same rules. So why would Drake be telling this dude, "Well, I don't live by that," and you want to rat? Like, no, this dude doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's not a street dude. So stop that. So Chris continues to say, "I survived the hit and he had money on my head, so I spoke up." Okay, and then this part, which I can't see, that's like me telling you that you ratted for pulling Universal's card because they played with you in front of the entire world. So Chris is mentioning again Drake's situation with Universal. So he's trying to compare the two. All right. So Drake then says, "I mean, I don't know no details, fam. I'm just showing you outside perception. I think there's better ways to go about it, is my opinion. Now, do you think, better ways to go about it? So what ways do you suggest, Drake, since you are the old wise person here? Do you want Chris to get some goons to do it? Like, he's reaching out to you because he thought that y'all were cool enough and you have the money and the power. I think that if Chris maybe had other options, maybe he would take those. I don't know if he actually took them, but maybe Javante, I have no clue. But apparently he felt comfortable enough to reach out to Drake. So you gonna talk about? Yes, I am gonna talk about that, Jericho. Yes, next. So Drake continues, "Me and Universal is like if Nike was funding a campaign about LeBron cheating on his wife." So this is where the stuff comes in from. So he said it directly here. "Not Adidas or Reebok. Nike, the company he's been with since he started. My situation is not no street shit." So then he say he like, "This situation ain't no street stuff, but the other stuff, man, I live by a code." So again, it's weird here. "Everybody before me that tried to label was too eccentric, so they wrote them off as crazy, and they never had to pay for their sins and mistakes. I'm going to change that and make the building a safer place for every artist moving forward." So y'all see what we were talking about before? I remember when we first started talking about this whole him suing UMG stuff, and everybody was like, "Oh, he doing it for the people, for the people, for the people." Look at him. I still don't believe that this is his true intentions. I don't believe that Drake is going to be the savior that saves everybody from the big bad label. I don't think that was his motive. I would be hard pressed to believe that was his original motive. That, hey man, I'm just going to be the savior for y'all. No, and Drake don't care about y'all, bro. He doesn't have to. So why would I believe this? Why would I believe it? But again, he's playing into it here. That's exactly what that paragraph is saying there. I'm going to make things a safer place. What are you talking about, Drake? You really care about these people? Nah, you miss me with that. So he continues, your shit is personal and involves violence, and I just think the way you're doing it makes you look crazy. That's my opinion, and you don't need to listen to it. I just think if all you are saying is true, there's better ways to handle it other than dropping a tape. And then Chris finishes here with, I get your POV, I feel you to a degree. So no, don't agree with him. Don't agree with him. I still don't get why Stefon even started. True or not, you made a new. Like, yeah. So, like I said, even though this particular story, everybody's hopping on Drake and Akademiks, but it's really about Stefon Diggs and Chris. Like, what was going on there? Stefon Diggs, did you really do this? Like, I don't know. All right, so to continue here, possibly afraid of the repercussion of the DM, Drake wanted to shut it down. So that's what you try to get ahead of the story. So he contacted Akademiks to tell him that the DMs were fake. So this is how DJ Akademiks gets involved. As soon as Akademiks heard the confirmation from Drake, he quickly posted on Twitter/X that the DMs are fake, and Chris is only using this for clout. So DJ Akademiks said that this is a fake DM. Drake called Buddy a rat. He got mad and made up some fake DMs to try to make the blog and go viral. End of story. Source, The Boy. Okay. And then most of the news outlets that posted DMs quickly deleted once Akademiks announced that Drake himself told Ak that the DMs were fake. So again, everybody hopped on the story at first, right? All the outlets hopped on the story, and then apparently they deleted it once Akademiks posted these tweets. And the end game, Chris, extremely furious for not only be called a rat but also a liar, posted a video. So again, if somebody's claiming that DMs are fake, how do you prove that it's real? You do a screen recording. The video showed that the DMs are in fact real and that Drake lied to Akademiks to try to cover up the stuff that he said about LeBron and LeBron's wife, Savannah. So let's look at this video real quick. So he goes to DMs, scrolls up. And there you go. So that's that. And his first thing concludes, aftermath is almost poetic, definitely ironic. Akademiks was the one to expose Drake as a liar, and Drake was the one who caused Akademiks to lose its credibility. Now, a lot of people are already saying, well, Akademiks had no credibility to begin with. I've heard a lot of people say that. So this doesn't come to a shock to anybody, especially involving Akademiks and his relationship with Drake, which is, again, just very, very weird. So this is where we're at now. I know that more news will come out. I'm sure that Chris will continue to talk. I'm sure he has probably more evidence, but Stefon Diggs needs to be thrown into the light too now, because what's going on with you, my brother? Is this person just lying? I mean, it could be. Again, we don't know who this Chris person is for real, but that's a very weird thing, especially if it happened in 2023, that you try to make a move on him, and then because of that, and Chris said that you did it, that you sent people to go beat him up. Like, that's just wild to me, man. That's super wild. But in any case, man, yeah, Drake is once again under microscope for something else that happened, and DJ Akademiks got thrown into it because you told him that the DMs were fake, and Chris quickly showed you that, hey, the DMs are in fact real. So I would love to hear what DJ actually. Let's go check for a second. I don't know if he actually responded to it. Let's see if he actually responded to it. Let's see if DJ Akademiks has responded to it. No, he has not said anything else since this. And of course, the sales. Lil Baby Wham on pace to sell 130K, and Bad Bunny on pace to sell 90K. Dang, Lil Baby is selling more than what the Bad Bunny? Dang. Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see if DJ Akademiks when he will respond, because he definitely has to. So that's that. Take it how you will, but we'll be waiting on more stories to develop here involving this. But stuff is crazy, man. Stuff is crazy.